Rams head to Jacksonville. I mean, this is the most home game that a game can be without it being a home game, right? Jacksonville in London. Jags 3-point home favorite or home dogs at 3 points. Over under set at 44.5. Wyatt, me and Ethan are split here, man. Ethan, that's been leading so far. He's 54-39. He's having a great season. He is on Jacksonville. I'm on LA here. We all called the Seattle upset of Jacksonville last week. Seemed too obvious. Comes down to it. We are absolutely right. They win by 8. So here in this game, man, I know the Rams are without Puka. I wonder, well, and Puka still might play, I believe. That there's a chance. I think even like if Puka doesn't play in this game, I like the Rams minus the 3. I feel like that's too short. Everybody discounts the Rams defense. And I think, you know what? Jacksonville got smacked around coming off a big Chiefs win. I think it might be 2 in a row here. What do you think?
Yeah, I am unfortunately going to have to side with Ethan on this one.
Jags.
I'm taking the Jags at the +3. I think the Jags are going to be back and forth on some nice wins and then emotional losses, some nice wins, emotional losses. So, yeah, we were all in Seattle last week after a big win for Jacksonville against the Chiefs. Seattle pretty much won, no sweat in that game. Now the Jags Seattle won that last week. Now the Jags, like you said, back in their second stadium over there in London. I just think they're more used to the travel. I like them to cover. We have the Rams who have 2 losses to San Fran, which is fine, but is San Fran really that good? Then they lose to the Eagles, which is fine. I'm still not high on the Eagles, and I think the Jacksonville Jags are kind of right in that kind of quality of opponent that San Fran. And I know this might be a hot topic, and Philly is. I just don't think Philly's fantastic. So I think this is definitely a game the Rams could lose. But I think it's going to be another pretty low-scoring, ugly game.
Really?
And I think you can get away with Jacksonville maybe, losing by 3 or less, maybe get the push. The Rams win by 3. But, yeah, I think it's going to be like 2017, maybe even lower than that. Rams win where Jacksonville pushes or covers at 3.
I hate betting the Jacksonville game. I hate betting the London games, so probably a good idea to listen to these guys on those. Next game, we have the Saints versus, I don't think they've won the Super Bowl yet, have they? The Chicago Bears? The 2025 Super Bowl?
Last week, yeah.
You're right. Okay, yeah, they're another week closer. So Saints versus the eventual Super Bowl champion Chicago Bears. Bears 4.5. I thought I had, so this line is moved. I had them at 5.5 when I was doing my research earlier. So Bears 4.5 point favorites. Over under set out 47.5. Now this line's moving. Is that because me and Ethan both took the Saints? And is that the sharp side? Is that where you're at, Wyatt?
I am on the Saints. So
okay.
I think the line is listening to us. So I think that's a good strategy and just testament to our sharp ability over here. But yeah, I like New Orleans. Honestly, just fading the Bears off that emotional win against Commanders where they got revenge against that Hail Mary play last year. And Saints aren't great, but they've been playing teams tight, and I like them to keep this one close. And the 4.5 is a tricky line. So, and the line's moving down, like you said, in the Saints' favor. So yeah, I think the Saints is the right play here.
Yeah. I loved it a lot more at 5.5. I'll be honest with you there, man.
Yeah.
But a quick thought on the Monday night game. The Bears were dropping passes, man. Like I wouldn't put that how close it was and how bad they looked on Caleb Williams in that game. And I think small stuff like that's going to be a big problem in a game like this. Could we see a Saints outright win? Because I think that there's a possibility.
I think a lot of dogs are live this week and definitely a possibility. Now they got Taysom Hill back. I mean, that's a guy I'm going to have to probably scoop up off of waivers and throw him in out of flex at this point. But, yeah, they're definitely live to win this game outright. The Saints are.
Man, I love it. Let's keep it moving on. Miami heads to Cleveland to face Browns. Browns are 2.5 point home favorites. Over under set at 40.5. Ethan, Wyatt, what are you thinking here, dude?
Yeah, I'll keep this one short. I probably won't be betting this game. It's kind of crazy. The Browns are the favorite here. I know Miami's absolutely god-awful, and we could see a coaching exit after this weekend. But I'm just going to trust the line and trust the crappy Browns. This may be puke in the mouth, but it's not going to be, which is crazy to say. But, yeah, I'm going to take a shot on Dylan Gabriel, who's just so bad. But I'm just doing anything I can to not back the Dolphins. And the Dolphins have, they easily could be much better than 1-5. They lose to the Chargers last week by 2. They lose to Carolina by 3. They lose to the Patriots by 6. I mean, the Browns aren't even coming close in half these games. So I don't know why the Browns are 2.5-point favorites. I'm going to trust the fishy line and unfortunately take Cleveland in this game.
It's another better and green line because me and Ethan are both on the Browns with you, Wyatt. And I agree, man. If you had to pick the strongest unit, I would say Browns defense.
Yep.
That with any of these guys, Miami, I felt like they maybe should have won that Chargers game because it took the Chargers having to drive the field, get a field goal late to win that. You got Achane and you got Waddle, which is nice, but you know, when you have very few options, really easy to bottom up, and with the defenders that the Browns have, it just seems like, and the Browns are at home too, and they're coming off that just coming back from overseas loss to Pittsburgh that you and I called. Yep. So now it's like looking at this is a good bounce back game after they lost to Pittsburgh,
and they got murdered.
I'm taking Miami. Yeah, they did. Yeah. Who's gonna take them? Now Njoku's injured. Yeah, I like the Browns a lot here. It's interesting. Miami Dolphins money line plus 114.
Yeah,
I feel so trappy.
I know both teams are so bad, but I mean Miami, even without Tyreek, I still think has a definite edge offensively. And 2.5. I mean, I like it.
Let's talk. Oh my God, this next game. There's some nasty ones this week, Wyatt.
Yeah.
I guess we're talking about Eagles versus the Vikings, man. Vikings 1.5-point home dogs. Over/under set at 43.5. This game is dependent on if JJ McCarthy plays or not. Do you have any knowledge of if he is, or it's going to be Wentz again?
I saw he's back at practice, but it looks like Wentz, as of this moment, and again, we record on Wednesdays, as of this moment, it looks like Wentz is still going to get the start. But that's just from my very basic ESPN and Twitter news there. But yeah, I'm not sold on the Eagles. I could definitely see them losing 3 straight. I know the line is a little fishy. Eagles are just a minus 1.5-point favorite. But I think that's a testament to them losing 2 weeks in a row and losing bad to the Giants, tight one to Denver, whatever. But yeah, I have this one starred as one of my favorite games, and the more I'm talking about it, I just don't like it. But I do lean the Vikings, and I'm not in love with that. But I'm going to lean the Vikings. I'm going to get rid of the star because the more I'm thinking about it, I don't like this game anymore. But yeah, I'll lean Minnesota. I could definitely see Eagles losing 3 straight, and then little hot water there for Sirianni. But yeah, don't like this game as much as I did before the show.
Ethan said that he would be on Minnesota if Wentz was starting, and like we're just going to be going underneath that. That's the idea. So we're going to give Ethan the Vikings, and then for me, I'm trying to build it up, but I'm also on the Vikings. I think you guys are right here. Like, that was great what you said. They can't lose 3 in a row, right? They're only minus 1.5. The Vikings are terrible. They don't even have their starting quarterback. They're playing their backup. If anybody in the league, if I'm betting based on wants to beat the Eagles, it's going to be Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz. Patrick Mahomes will put him at 2 after the Super Bowl. So, I mean, I can see why you start this one. It's a really nasty one to bet, and we talk about those all the time. You're not going to feel good about it, about putting money on it. But then once it pays out at the end, you're like, it made sense. So I can see why you like this one, and I can also see why you're hesitant staying away.
Yeah.
Next up, guys, Patriots versus Titans. Titans 7-point home dogs, over under set at 42.5. Bro. We've been talking about some dogs. Ain't no way the Titans are beating the Patriots. I don't know if the Titans win another game this year there. So, as their quarterback said, ass. So, I am on the Patriots, but Ethan is on the Titans.
Yeah, another game I probably won't be getting involved betting, but I'm going to lead the Titans as well to +7. Maybe they keep it close, but I could definitely see the Patriots winning by 20 points here. So I'll keep this short. I'm on the Titans. I think I'm going to go with the side that they can keep this game to a 1 score. That's asking a lot, but I think the Patriots will look great for 3 consecutive weeks here. I think we're going to get a little regression here, and maybe the Titans catch them off guard. But that might be asking a lot from a terrible, terrible Tennessee team. I definitely agree. I can definitely see them going 1-16. But 7 points, I'm going to take a shot that they keep it within 1 score. Don't love it, probably won't bet it.
We all have our, I don't know if it's called shtick, but we all have our thing around here. A little something special about us. Wyatt, you're the headline man.
Headline man, oh boy.
Vrabel dances his way to blowout win in Tennessee.
Oh, you're right. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I like Tennessee more now.
Okay, if you do Ricky this week, please do it for me. Please do it for me.
That's it. Yeah,
He's writing it down.
Yep, that's great. See, this is great. Brainstorming over here.
I'm telling you, man. Content moguls. Let's talk about this game, man. Las Vegas Raiders versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Over-under set at 11.5. This game has moved. A point in the Raiders' favor, 11.5. Over-under set at 45.5. Wyatt, where are you sitting here?
Yeah, again keeping this one short. I don't think I want to get involved getting in front of Kansas City right now, but I'm just going to play the line of Kansas City off an emotional win, and I'm going to ride with that one. Raiders have nothing to lose. These two teams, what better than most, hate each other, and this could be a game that the Raiders get up on, and maybe they catch Kansas City a little off guard. But I don't know. Did the Raiders beat them last year?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay, so 1 year or 2 years, one full season removed from that. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little too many points. I was all over the Chiefs last week because my favorite play was pretty much no sweat from the get-go. And, yeah, I just don't love them as much here. I do think the Chiefs win. They probably win by a touchdown, but 11.5, 12.5, it might be getting a little too high for me. So I probably won't get involved in the betting, but I think Raiders can keep it within the spread here.
You know what? I 100% agree. They won at Arrowhead, pissed us off. We beat the tar out of them last year. The emotions got knocked off. Now we're pissed at the Eagles or whatever team we want to be pissed at right now. But this line's moved. I'm going to tell you this right now, Wyatt. Chiefs win by 10. Watch this go down another point, and this is 10.5. And the Raiders will still cover even though they lose by 10.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't that seem like it could be like super well, once we're looking at the final score, we're like, oh, this was always going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good enough to me.
Yeah. So I'm on Vegas, and so is Ethan. So another round of Vegas there. We got one more game before half. This is the Carolina Panthers head to the New York Jets. Jets are 1.5 point home dogs. Over under sit at 42.5. Wyatt, what do you think, man?
Yeah, a lot of ugly games this week, and I know the Panthers have won a couple, but this is going to be our puke in the mouth game of the week.
I knew it. I knew it as soon as I saw it.
Yeah, it's not as ugly now since Carolina's won 2 consecutive games, and the Jets are 0-6 and ass, but it's still pretty damn ugly when you think about these teams historically. And I'm going to get even uglier, and I'm going to take the Jets outright on the money line here.
Okay.
Again, Panthers getting some steam. My cats, my cardiac cats, my Panthers beat the Cowboys, beat the Dolphins, beat the Falcons 4 weeks ago, and I don't know. The Jets are bad, but I think the Jets get their first win of the year and knock off Carolina, who's finally got some momentum. I think their momentum stops, and the Jets get the win here.
Man, this is the hardest game for me because I want to go Carolina here. I really do. I mean, the Jets, I feel like I'm on the Jets all the time, and they just let me down constantly. You guys were right. I mean, even when I'm not on the Jets, they let me down. You guys were right on the Jets versus the Broncos last week. I was like, I'm going to take the Broncos because the Jets can't do shite. And then they didn't, but they still did enough to cover. They won by, I think, 2 points, 13-11. Really weird score there, getting the Bo Nix safety, I believe. Man, I don't know. I really don't know about this one. I initially had Carolina. Ethan has the Jets too. But I keep thinking that also. I even looked at the schedule. I was like, the Jets don't go without a win this year. So they're going to have to pick some up. They still play the Saints. So I was like, well, there could be one. They play a couple other like mid teams. So like they could get a few more wins in there. But I think you're right. At some point, like Carolina's looked good. They looked good last week, coming off a win against Dallas and that high-flying offense. I'm not ready to crown Bryce Young, so maybe Sauce picks him off a couple times. We see a little bit of hype for the Jets at home. Panthers, I don't know. I had Panthers. I'm switching to Jets with you guys.
Okay. Join the party.
Oh, God. I don't want to be
say,
part of this party, but I am.
I did say the Jets were going to be the worst team in the league. I did say they are
100
or definitely alive to go undefeated this year. And great start for 0-6.
You can't do better. You literally can't
One can
do better.
say you physically could not do it, yes.
Why, you're on the Steelers too? You were kind of fire, bro.
Besides the Cardinals, I mean, it wasn't bad. Unfortunately, I didn't bet any of them, but yeah.
Let's talk about the Colts facing the Chargers. Chargers are 1.5-point home favorites. Over under sit at 48.5. What do you think about this, dude? Me and Ethan are split, by the way, on this one.
Yeah, I locked in Chargers as my survivor, so I'm going to go with Chargers here. I'm still not bought on the Colts. I don't know. They're 5-1 right now. They beat Denver. They beat Tennessee. They beat the Raiders. They beat the Cardinals. Who they beat week 1? Beat the Dolphins week 1. I mean, congratulations. You played absolutely no one. Got lost to the Rams. I don't know. I think the Chargers are a better team. Chargers at home. I'm going to go with Chargers here. And it's kind of one of my favorite bets of the week. Like I said, I did lock it in as my survivor, so I better be taking the Chargers here. But I'm feeling pretty confident in LA to get it done here. I might even start Vidal or whatever his name is, Vidal.
Oh, Kamani Vidal, dude?
Chargers running back there. I took Haskins to score last week, and that was a huge mistake. I don't even know if he touched the ball. But, yeah, Chargers, I hate how much I love it.
Dude, shout out Kamani Vidal, man. I was so high on that guy last year. Turns out I was just a year or 2 injuries early. Ethan, the head honcho, is with you on the Chargers here. I took the Colts thinking it was like a sharp side here, thinking that everybody's going to say the same thing, that the Chargers are the better team, and everybody's just kind of waiting on the Colts to fall off, right? And I mean, I'm with you guys. I don't think the Colts are legit either, but against the Chargers team that just almost lost to the Dolphins, I don't think the Chargers are as good as we think they are, but I think we still have that feeling when they beat the Chiefs. And like they started off so good, you know. I don't know. I'm going with the Colts just to be different here. Do you have the money split on this one, Wyatt?
I do not have it pulled up. I can check real quick.
Ethan says, I'm with Wyatt, one of my favorite bets of the week. Also Thursday Night Football, but love the Bengals. Yeah, we're all on the Bengals for that one with you, Ethan.
Bengals money line.
Mm-hmm.
Chargers, Colts. Ooh, I do see some money coming in on Colts spread, but money coming in on Chargers money line. So that doesn't really help much. But when it's a 1.5-point spread. But yeah, definitely money on Chargers money line. But I am seeing 70% of the bets, 79% of the money on Colts spread. That doesn't help much. But,
damn.
Yeah,
the public side is on the Colts.
A little bit.
See, that's what surprises me, man. Some of these, they just don't make any sense to me.
Yeah. Maybe people are taking that really bad win for the Chargers last week against the Dolphins as, I don't know, fuel. I don't know. It's ugly.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to stick with once again, I don't have any feelings for either of these teams, but something's just weird about the Colts. Usually I say that, and then you guys end up with the wins, and I don't give myself a tally for that week, but I'll stick with it and take the loss like a man. You guys already got me flipping over to the Jets. I can't flip everything. All right. The Giants head to Denver to face Broncos. Broncos 7-point home favorites. Over-under set at 39.5. We got Bo Dix versus a guy that just ate Tylenol straight out of his mom's tit as a baby in Cam Scatabo. What do you think here, Wyatt?
Yeah, just playing off the emotional win. Giants blew out the Eagles. I know there's a crazy stat out there. I forget what it is. Something terrible for Bo Nix when they're a 7-point or more favorite. He's like ass. But yeah, just playing off the emotional win for the Giants. I'm going to take the Broncos on the spread here. And that's basically my only reasoning. Not one of my favorite plays, but I'm like 50-50 if I'm going to bet Broncos spread. And I'm liking it because of like I said, the emotional hangover loss or hangover win that I'm expecting the Giants to be on. So yeah, Broncos 60-40, I'll bet it.
Yeah, Ethan's with you on this one. He is also on the Broncos. For me, it's like the Giants they have been so bad. It's like every win's an emotional win for them. I know that it's a big win over the Eagles, but I mean, these guys are just kind of out there balling right now. So if I get the whole touchdown against the Broncos, and the thing too is the Broncos have looked way more beatable than I expected them to. They have not looked as good as I thought they'd be this season. So if I'm getting a touchdown, I think they can keep it close. I don't think the Giants are going to win this, but I could see. My prediction would be Broncos by 3.
Yeah, I can see it.
We'll see. I mean, dude, have you seen this Cam Scatabo memes going around right now?
Dude, I drafted him in fantasy. He had 2 terrible weeks, and I dropped him.
No.
I'm kicking myself. Absolutely kicking myself.
Well, bro, let's talk about Bill. Hopefully one of the guys, some of you guys drafted, JCM for the Commanders versus the Cowboys. Cowboys 2.5-point home dogs. Over-under set at 54.5. Me and Ethan are split on this one again. I think that I like the Cowboys coming off a loss to the Panthers. Who's going to want to take the Cowboys? That defense just looks absolutely abysmal. Washington coming off a loss to the Bears. They can't lose again, right? I don't know. Something's telling me to take the Cowboys here. And I know that the Commanders are the better team, but I think Dallas wins this game. What do you think, Wyatt?
Yeah. God, I'm on Washington, and I hate it. Yeah, two teams off of losses, so you can't play the emotional loss card. But they're awful bad losses. Cowboys at home as the dog still seems a little fishy to me. It seems like people are going to be jumping on the boys, and I don't know. I'm going to take the Commanders. I don't think the Commanders are good. I want to fade the Commanders at all costs, but I think the Commanders is the play here, so that's what I'm on.
Gotcha. Ethan lost by 1 passing yard this week, 0.04 points. That's pain.
That is terrible.
You got to see if you had any quarterback kneel downs, because that is that might be the worst way to lose.
Yeah.
Losing that 0.1 point per kneel down. Oh, my God. Yeah, well, let's move on then. Let's talk about Green Bay at Arizona. Arizona 6.5-point home dogs. Over-under set at 44.5. Oh, dude. Looks like okay, there you go. I was like getting my games backwards on the graphic verse up here. Okay, Packers, Cardinals. We are split on this again. I hope that you're on my side for this one. Why? I'm starting to not feel so good. What side are you on here?
It's probably my least favorite game. I'm on the Packers. I'm on the Packers on the spread. The 6.5 I don't love because I think it might be a little obvious to take the team under a touchdown against a team that has 4 straight losses, 2 of those being at home to the Titans and the Seahawks. So I don't know. I'm on Green Bay. Don't love it. Probably my least favorite game we're talking about here, but I don't know. I think the Packers can go on a roll, back on a roll. They're coming off 2 straight wins. I think they start getting back into talks as the top team in the league after hopefully a pretty big win against Arizona.
Yeah, I'm with you. So thank God I got you on the same page as me. Yeah, I'm on Green Bay here also. I mean, Green Bay hasn't been covering these spreads, right? They've probably been burning people over and over and over again. They lost outright to the Browns. Bengals kept it close in a game. Was that like a primetime game at home for the Packers?
I don't remember.
I can't remember. That's just last week.
So.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, either way, it doesn't matter. It's Packers versus Bengals.
Yeah.
We all knew that the Bengals were covering, so I think they've been biting people. And that 6.5, it's another number you don't really want to take. But man, the Cardinals have just after that Titans loss, it is going to be really hard to back the Cardinals again this year. Not because they lost to the Titans, which I mean that's damning in of itself, but how they lost, horrible, absolutely horrible. So yeah, I'm with you on Green Bay here. Ethan is on Arizona. He is putting his meat on the table and taking a chance. All right, man. This right here, I feel like is a super tricky game because we got the Falcons at San Fran. San Fran is 2.5-point home favorites. Over/under set 47.5. Falcons coming off a primetime. Can I say blowout? Is that fair?
That's
they won
fair.
by 10. Blowout of the Bills and San Fran. Like the life force sucking machine of McCaffrey taking Fred Warner now. I don't know. Once again, this is one of those that, okay, San Fran's the favorite in this game, and I really don't think they should be. But me and Ethan are both on the Falcons. We think they look too good. Bijan's just been killing teams. San Fran's defense has been terrible. Yeah, I have to take the Falcons plus the points. It's one of those that's so fishy it almost pushes me off, but I don't see how San Fran stays in this, bro.
Yeah, I mean, this might be the fishiest game of the week, and I got to take the ugly, disgusting side. So I'm on San Fran, probably one of my favorite money lines of the week. San Fran now without Fred Warner, like you just mentioned. They have everyone else is hurt or injured besides Christian, which is crazy, which means Christian's probably going to go out this game. But, yeah, I mean, Falcons beat Buffalo, beat Washington. San Fran just loses to Tampa. They're favored now. I just don't get why. I think the wrong team's favored, like you said, and I think Atlanta should be the favorite, even though they're traveling. But yeah, I'm gonna take San Fran. I think it's the sharper side, and yeah, I'm probably gonna be betting this one. San Fran on the money line here.
It's 1,000% the sharper side because I can't see a penguin betting on the 49ers in this game. This is such an ugly game, which is why I think you absolutely might be on the right side there. That's crazy. I wonder what Penix is going to do to fuck it up for him.
Yeah.
Flexing on the haters, can't touch my score. Money like Jerry Rice, touchdowns galore. Week after week, always asking for more. Bling on the wrist, got the books on the floor. Listen in, cash out, pages swelling. Plays on the field, see me winning, never dwelling. Flag on Vegas, they know what I'm selling. NFL bets keep the cheesy compelling. Flexing on the haters, can't touch my score. Money like Jerry